Good morning, kiddos. It's Pops. It's 3/22/2022. The verse of the day is Proverbs 22:4. It says, "The reward for humility and the fear of the Lord is riches and honor in life." So I liked that one. So I picked that one. Now let's read it just for today. March 22nd says, "The principle of self-support. In our addiction, we were dependent upon people, places, and things. We looked to them to support us and supply the things we found lacking in ourselves." Basic text, page 70 to 71. In the animal kingdom, there is a creature that thrives on others. It is called a leech. It attaches itself to people and takes what it needs. When one victim brushes the leech off, it simply goes to the next. In our active addiction, we behave similarly. We drained our families, our friends, and our communities. Consciously or unconsciously, we sought to get something for nothing from virtually everyone we encountered. When we saw the basket pass at our first meeting, we may have thought self-support. Now, what kind of odd notion is this? As we watched, we noticed something. These self-supporting addicts were free. By paying their own way, they had earned the privilege of making their own decisions. By applying the principle of self-support in our personal lives, we gain for ourselves the same kind of freedom. No longer does anyone have the right to tell us where to live because we pay our own rent. We can eat, wear, or drive whatever we choose because we provide it for ourselves. Unlike the leech, we don't have to depend on others for our sustenance. The more responsibility we assume, the more freedom we'll gain. Just for today, there are no limits to the freedom I can earn by supporting myself. I will accept personal responsibility and pay my own way today. I like that. That's pretty self-explanatory. So, yeah, just do the right thing for all the right reasons. Hope that everything will be all right. Do what you're supposed to. Pay your own way. Don't be a leech. Don't suck off other people. Don't let people suck off you. So now we're reading this leadership book. It says, "Spend time with your best." Now after 6 days, this is Mark 9:22. Now after 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, and John and led them up on a high mountain apart by themselves. Mark 9:12. So years ago, I learned that Pareto principle and began applying it to my life. It's a useful tool for determining priorities for any person's life or for any organization. The Pareto principle. We're about to find out. 20% of your priorities will give you 80% of your production. If you spend your time, energy, money, and personnel on the top 20% of your priorities. So let's read that again. 20% of your priorities will give you 80% of your production if you spend your time, energy, money, and personnel on the top 20% of your priorities. That's pretty cool. So that must be the Pareto principle. And it says, every leader needs to understand that the Pareto principle in the area of people oversight and leadership. For example, 20% of the people in an organization will be responsible for 80% of the company's success. Wow. The following strategy will enable a leader to increase the productivity of an organization. Determine which people are the top 20% producers. Spend 80% of your people time with those top 20%. Spend 80% of your personal development dollars on the top 20%. Ask the top 20% to do the job, to do on-the-job training for the next 20%. That's pretty powerful, man. I like that. I like this book. Yeah, man. So that's a good Pareto principle. 20% of your priorities will give you 80% of your production if you spend your time, energy, money, and personnel on the top 20% of your priorities. I like that. Yeah. So, yeah, kiddos, I love you. I miss you. I'm thinking about you, man. So I had some good news and stuff yesterday or whatever, last night. Kiddos, Mariana's here, so I flew her out here to see me and visit with me, man. So, like, she's sleeping right now. So, look, I'm in the bathroom trying to be quiet. She's out there laying down her Ramon. So, yeah, kiddos, man, I'm blessed. We're about to, I already got tickets. We're going to go to the top of the mountain. I told her I'd take it to the top of the mountain, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it to the top of the mountain. And, yeah, man. So, yeah. But, yeah. I love you, kiddos. I miss you, kiddos. I'm thinking about you, and God bless.
What's up, kiddos? It's Pops. Look who I found. Say hi, Minnie. Say hi, Minnie. I just want to tell you, kiddos, that I love you. I miss you. I'm thinking about you. Yeah. So we're gonna go. We don't get to go all the way to the top of the mountain because weather. So, but we get to get like to 11,000 instead of 14,000. So it'd be kind of cool. But anyways, I love you, kiddos. I miss you. I'm thinking about you, and God bless.
Colorado State Wildlife Viewing Act, and it's a tax on viewing all wildlife within all national parks, national forests, and state parks within the boundaries of the state of Colorado. So as we pass through Deer Park, if we see any female deer, I have to keep record of that, and it's going to cost us all 25 cents. But if we see a Montgomery pike on a journey of exploration similar to that of the famous Lewis and Clark expedition. But whereas Lewis and Clark were exploring the Northwest Passage, Pike and his team were exploring the southernmost boundary of the newly acquired Louisiana Purchase, when they came across this mountain in the distance.
Just imagine, because you're high in elevation, the instant. The instant.
Bear,